Not from Leicester, not from Kettering, and not from Northampton. Live from Market Harborough, this is 95.1 HFM.
HFM Weather, in association with the new South Leicestershire Learning Innovation Centre. New location, new ways of learning, new experience for you. For more information, telephone free on 0800 731 6723.
Now moving over a little bit further away in the UK to Tame in Oxfordshire, where we should have Caryll Stephen on the line. Are you there, Caryll?
Yeah, hi David, good morning.
Good morning to you. How are you this morning?
Okay, well, mornings are not my better times, but I'm alright.
Good. Well, we've, as you probably see on your screen, we've got a picture of you and some of the pictures that you're enjoying at the moment, a picture of your studio there in Oxfordshire and your two special doggy friends.
Yeah, well, they're all here listening.
Well, I just hope that they don't start barking, which is their usual reaction when I come over and see you.
You're all right this morning. We've debarked them.
Oh, have you debarked them? Well, I hope it didn't involve any cruelty to the animals. Okay, Caryll, I'm just loading up your profile up onto the computer screen, so for anyone logged on to this programme, you'll be able to get a picture of Caryll and a few of the things that she's involved in. So, can you start, Caryll, by just telling me a bit about your job at Foundation for Water Research?
Yeah, Foundation for Water Research has been set up since about 1989. It's had to move with the times like so many things. It started life by funding research into water, and it's now moved away from that into the information world. I believe quite strongly that there is an awful lot of research out there which many of us around the world have contributed to, either financially or through our expertise, but it's not research which is commonly known about. In other words, it's written up, it probably provides a thesis for a student, or it wins a prize, and then it's just put up on the shelf. So my company now is looking more at bringing the results of research into everybody's world, so at least that they know about it. So
what you're saying is that all of this valuable knowledge is largely locked away and inaccessible, and what you're doing now is you're effectively providing the key to unlock that information and make sure that it's shared between the right people.
That's right. I mean, one can't do it overnight, and there will be some research that is probably buried for a long, long time, but at least hopefully we can now go forward and collect a lot of the research up as it is completed, and see that through the internet and other medium, people know about it. I mean, that's the wonderful thing about ICT now, isn't it?
Yes. So you're publishing the results of this research on the internet and also on other media like CD-ROM.
That's right. And we try and pick up as much information as we can and put it on our web pages.
And I also believe that you are very much involved on an international level with other organisations around the world. Do you want to say a bit about that?
Yeah, we're slowly getting ourselves better known, in so much as we have information arrangements with the Water Research Commission in South Africa. That's in Pretoria. We have arrangements with the Water Research Association Foundation in America. We have arrangements with the Water Services Association in Australia. So that's just a few organisations around the world, and it's beginning to work. But
yeah.
It can't happen overnight.
Absolutely, and of course when we come to talk about preserving resources, it's also making best use of our human resources as well. Spending money on duplicating research is obviously not the most efficient way of doing things, is it?
No, it isn't, and I think you have to also understand the word research, because sometimes research involves proving that something doesn't work. And I think it's equally important that people know that.
Yes.
So that they know that people have tried to do this before and it hasn't worked because... So at least that way they start halfway up the path if they want to reopen that issue.
What kind of a future do you think we're facing? I know your expertise at FWI is mainly involved in water as a natural resource. Are we in danger of ruining our water resources if we're not careful?
I don't think... I think that's probably more of a global issue in so much as if you live in Australia or parts of South Africa, you really value your water, so you're likely to take a lot more care of it. I think in the UK, all right, apart from the odd dry summer, we make a big scene about it, but in the UK we don't actually have a water problem, or at least we're not aware that we have.
Yes.
So I think we value it less. And I think there is more of a danger where we don't value things highly, that we're more likely to ruin it.
Absolutely. So our danger, I suppose, in the UK then is one of complacency. We're in a fortunate position, but we don't quite appreciate how fortunate we are.
I think that's right.
Could I just ask you a little bit about teleworking? Because you've got an office set up there in your own home. Do you find that a valuable way of operating?
Yes, I think it is, although I think perhaps in the water industry around the UK we've got quite a long way to go to get everybody all in on the same system.
Yes.
I find often my colleagues overseas are far more advanced.
Yes.
And that's a good thing. I would like to see more people in the UK setting themselves up like this so that they can take advantage of this sort of thing.
Yes.
So this morning is wonderful.
Yes, yeah.
But not too many people probably have the resources or are lucky enough, as I am, to be able to do this sort of thing.
No, that's right. Well, we had a caller on from Thurmby Lodge in Leicester on Friday, and he was a disabled person on low income, and he was making the point that the internet service providers want 3 months payment up front from him, and a credit card, neither of which he has. So he's forced to just using the technology to send emails by mobile phone, which of course is very expensive.
That's right, and also, David, I think there needs to be, to everybody that's listening, it's important that they know that I'm backed up by you, and you've helped me tremendously. I mean, you can't just suddenly wake up one morning and say, hey, I'm going to join this lot. Because you do need expertise.
Yes. It sounds as if there's going to be another cheque in the post, Caryll.
No, I think that's very important for people to understand.
Well, I'm bound to agree with you, Caryll. Caryll, we've got a very tight programme this morning,
sure.
So I've got to move on to
move on.
our next guest, who's over there in Vienna. Thanks very much for your time. And,
are we going to get a chance to question people? I've got a question I'd like to ask Ben Crosby sometime.
Well, yeah, please ask him now. He's here. Yeah. What is your question?
Ben, just a very quick question on your car sharing. Do you have a problem with insurance? I mean, if you're going to pack quite a number of people in the car, does the driver have to carry any special insurance? Yeah,
Caryll just asking if you've got any problems with insurance. Do you need special insurance if you're car sharing?
No, insurance companies will permit car sharing, and a small payment is allowable, providing it doesn't generate a profit. But it's best if the person that's car sharing does check with their insurance company, as with any change of use.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, the only other question I was going to suggest was that don't you have a problem with people... I mean, you've obviously got to meet up somewhere to get in this car, And is there a problem there with car theft if you've driven to join the main car?
What Caryll was saying is that if you're car sharing, presumably you gather together in one place. Have you any problems with car theft, with people leaving the cars once they get in the shared car?
No, the person I car share with, we take in turns picking each other up from home. The idea of the way our car share works is that we organise it so that people are very local to each other, both where they pick up and where they set down, so that it's just a case of dropping people off one way and then dropping them off in the other direction, and parking in the usual place. There's no change to the normal usage.
Yeah,
okay.
I think this is my one big worry when it comes to saving money on by using public transport or even car sharing is the crime element.
Yes, yeah. Okay, Caryll, thanks so much for joining us this morning.